Now, how about this for a standard goldenrod? I mean, this is one of the biggest fields of goldenrod that I've seen around here. And right now it's about 4 in the afternoon. I'm not seeing a lot of bees and stuff on it. Well, there's one of them right there. 2 of them. Now they're still working on it. Look at all of this goldenrod. This is, our bee yard is only about, oh, it's not even 2 miles from here, one of our bee yards, the St. Lucie yard. It's really close to here. Man, look at this. It's like as far as every place you turn around, goldenrod. Hello, Mr. Ed here. Today is October the 19th. Yep, October 19th, 2023. And it's been 3 days now since Charlie and I did that removal in Manville from that. It was pretty large hive. So generally what happens when I do a removal, I'll cage the queen now, and I let the hive get established while she's still caged up. And 3 days is all I really want to do it for, because our queen's laying right now, or in the process of laying, but she's caged up, so we want to get her out of that cage and onto the comb. But I like having her caged prior to releasing her, so that the bees will start settling up the comb that I placed in there. They'll get it all straightened out, cleaned up, and able for her to continue laying in it, and for them to start bringing in the stores. Now, we did this removal, like I said, 3 days ago, and the comb in this hive was just massive comb. And so I was able to actually get the comb and cut it to almost the exact size of an interior of a frame. And for that reason, there wasn't a lot of piecing going on in there. There were, I think, 10 sections of comb in that hive, and I probably got at least eight full sections of comb inside of the frame. So it framed up really, really nice. 3 days now, the bees should have secured it to the edges of the frame. And so what I'm going to do right now is, hopefully I'll be able to remove the rubber bands that I placed on it. Hopefully I'll be able to remove those, and then after that, straighten everything out a little bit, and then release my queen. And what's really a great thing about doing removals at this time of the year, our queen she is shutting down as far as her laying goes, but we are in a nectar flow right now, our fall flow. And as you saw, the video on the goldenrod, my gosh, it's full swing right now, and the bees, everything is going for it. This field right here, right behind me, right here, that's wild fennel, and I have seen bees in that, and the flower, it's really an interesting flower. Look, here's some of it right here. And it's got a really strong smell when you're up here right next to it. But I'm surprised that more bees don't work this stuff. I don't know whether they really like it or not. I see one of them right there. Look, there's one right there. Look. See, there's one of them. They do work it. And this is just another really big field. But back to what I was saying about a flow. So it's a great time to do removals from houses when there's a flow on, because it gives those hive bees opportunity to work right away, to get back to work, to settle in, get to work and start bringing stores in. So it's always, I found, a good thing to remove bees during a flow. So with that all being said, and we're right here at the back of the honey house, let's get over there and I'm going to show you what that hive looks like and what I'm going to be doing to it. By the grace of God, I'm going to show you some really active bees and some bees that are ready to go to work for the monks. Let's wrangle these bees right here. So I just saw a drone go in there. This is where the hive is, located on the back of the porch. And all of the removals that I do, I like to put on the back porch because they need attention. I need to look at them more often. And just like this one, there I just saw that drone leave, or one drone leave. There went one with pollen going in. They're back here so that I can keep an eye on them. And like these, for instance, I know I'm going to today. I know I'll be dropping in a frame of honey on these, and I think on these two single ones right here, and even that one back there, I think all of those are going to get frames of honey, because I keep frames of honey to drop into hives that need them, and at least the ones that I baby, which are right behind the honey house. So let's get the camera set up so that you can see what I'm looking at from the top of the bees. And I'm telling you, this hive is full of bees. So you're gonna see it. Oh, look, there's that drone right there. Look at that drone going right into the hive. Let's find out how these girls are coming along. Well, like the first thing, I mean, look at the coverage of the bees on these frames. There probably were, I don't know, somewhere between 15,000 bees that I vacuumed up. And I mean, they were very gentle out there, and they appear to be very gentle right now. And the first thing I'm going to do is remove my frame that has my queen on it right here. I'm going to take this out and put it on the holder, and then we're going to start going frame by frame, taking off these rubber bands if we can, and then we'll turn our queen loose. One thing about these rubber bands, when your frames are touching, when the comb in the frames are touching, the bees will actually take that rubber band and wax it to the frame that it's touching. And that's why I really don't like keeping the frames with the rubber bands on them for long. So let's pull out our frame with the queen, since this is going to be our last one. And there you can see her with all the bees on it right there. And this was one of the frames that I had to join together, because this was just a honey frame right here, and I just added this piece into it. So this is one of the ones that I added together, and I probably won't be able to take that rubber bands off of this one. Now I can take this rubber band off of them. No, that's not necessary. And since I have so much space right in here, they haven't attached it. It's actually crushed that piece of comb underneath it from the weight of it. So those rubber bands are going to have to stay in there, I'm sure. Now here's another frame that I pieced together, the comb. You see how I just pieced it together. And again, this one won't be able to be released either, because it'll just fall out. Now here is one of the first ones that fit almost completely, and you can see how the bees have welded it, connected it to the frames over here. This one's actually secure in that frame right now, so we can remove these rubber bands. Now, just because I've removed the rubber bands doesn't mean I'm going to move the frame, move the comb in the frame, because it still is a little bit touchy, but you can see basically they've welded it in. Again, they did not attach it to the top, so this one I'm not going to remove this one either. If they don't attach it to the top, I definitely don't like taking it out. Now this one I can see where they've attached to the top, so that one's a good one. We're going to go ahead and remove this rubber bands off of this one. One thing I did differently on this removal that I normally don't do, I left the bees on the brood because it was chilly. In fact, when we started the removal, it was, I don't know, almost 50 degrees. And so I kept the bees on the brood, and you can see the brood right there. All that stuff, that'll all live, survive, and that stuff will hatch out. So that one's secure. Here's another one that they secured the top to it. Look how beautiful. I mean, it's almost like they drew that comb out themselves. And very typical, I kept the honey up on the top, and you can see the brood down on the bottom. So I'm going to take this rubber band off. And I love using these 7-inch rubber bands to secure the comb, because you can stretch it all the way across diagonally. Look at that. They really got that comb secure. And that's just 3 days. Again, this piece, very secure. That is really nice, really nice. Another piece. Man, that's just, they've done such a good job on this. Such a good job. There you go. And you can see how they've attached it to the sides and up here at the top. At least I hope you can see that. And they've got this one secured as well. It's really more comfortable. So inside frame, it really does. Another good one. Alright, so we're going to put all this back. You can see, I mean, the number of bees in this hive. If this was in the springtime, I'd be adding another super on it. But there's enough room in all the comb for them, the queen to lay, and for them to store. And for me to actually, I'm going to drop in another frame of honey for these girls as well. I think this is going to be the frame that I let our queen loose out on. Yeah, we can do it on this one. I mean, they've got that girl inside of that cage. Look how many bees are in that cage with her. Take this rubber band off. Alright. We're going to just open up. I'm trying to see if I can see her. There she is right there walking around. We're going to turn her loose. There she comes out right here. Here she is right here. Let's see. And she's already passed. Look at that. I gotta put that rubber band on. She already passed through to the other side and down into the hive right there. Alright, let me hook this back up. Alright. A pseudo fix. And hopefully they'll get my mistake straightened out. So we're going to just put everything back in here. And I know our queen went on this piece. I saw her go down. So we're just going to close this up. That frame in, and actually I think I'm gonna, let me go grab the frame of honey and I'm gonna put that right there. Be right back. Look at that. This is the frame that I'm gonna give them, and I'm gonna come back in here probably about another week to make sure that they got stores. And if I have to add another section frame of honey, I'll do that as well. Now let's put the lid on and close this up. These bees they're just so calm. They were calm when we took them out. They're calm now. They were calm when I went in there, but I didn't know what condition they'd be in when I went in there. But they're already calming down from my intrusion, going back to work like nothing had happened. And of course I messed up. My piece of comb fell out. I had to put that in there. But just a part of the deal. But I'm really happy with these bees. And like I said, I'm gonna be going back in here about another week from now. I'll go back in, make sure everything is still on track, and probably take out the rest of the rubber bands at that point, because by then I know they'll be secured. But man, this hive is looking good. So I'm going to go ahead and add a couple of frames of honey to these hives over here. Now I'm going to include the link to the video of this removal that we did 3 days ago. That'll be in the description of this video. So if you missed that video, go back and look into the description. You'll see the link to it, and you can watch us do that one as well. So that's all I got for you in this one. So thanks for watching. Keep on watching, and I'll be making more. God bless. Mr. Ed, I'm out here until the next video.